Andover, New Hampshire. Somewhat familiar with this town.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Joe?
Well, Samantha.
This is the first real snowstorm, I think, for New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, we had, last time I didn't really plow it. We had like 3 inches that turned to rain and slush, and I plowed a couple paved things, that was it.
Yeah, no
It was
real
gone. So this is our
start to
first
winter.
real plowable snowstorm, January, I don't know what day it is.
I think today's like the 7th.
It's Monday. I know it's
Today's
Monday.
the 8th.
Monday morning we're out cleaning up it was a weird storm, and everybody plowed differently depending on what you were plowing. A lot of our contracts this year are, like this was private road with camps on it, a couple of farms, going to another private association camps on it, and we plow like their clubhouse and their community well pump houses and things like that. So that's all within 24 hours of the storm being over. I've already broke everything open once, if not twice, more or less to just make it easier on me.
Because what do you think our total for this storm is?
I cleaned off your car, which hadn't moved, and I believe it was around 10 where we are. That seems about what it is here.
In Andover.
In Andover. And then the farthest we go in the other direction, I feel like they got a little less. But maybe it had caught up, and maybe they have around 8 inches or so.
Yeah.
But I'd say 10 inches is probably an easy average to say we got around here. If somebody local's watching and has other numbers, they can certainly chime in and comment what they have or what they think they have. But yeah, it was pretty crisp, cold. The ground finally froze the last couple of days prior. It was really light snow. Very, very relaxing, easy, low stress storm to do, and especially low stress with, like I said, our accounts. I know the road crews probably.
They were probably chasing.
They were chasing because it was weird. It was a slow storm.
It was like slow and steady,
but it was long.
Yeah.
We weren't getting high, an inch per hour or anything. But it was just, you'd get a route done and there'd be 2-3 inches of snow on it. I mean, I know with ours, I have like a 5-hour, 6-hour route. By the time I was done with that, of course, everything I started with had 3 inches of snow. But again, my customers and the need for getting in and out, 3 inches is nothing. So that's why I was able to just let everything happen throughout the night and let whatever was going to blow around. And we're out this morning cleaning everything up to put them to bed. So we got our coffees. I got my sidekick today. Don't have the puppy. Puppy rode with me all yesterday. He was a trooper, the new guy. Wally.
Oh yeah, we'll have to.
He did great, but I traded him in for Samantha today, and she's better at holding the camera
Than Wallen is.
So,
although I was unprepared for this.
Yeah, I don't know. Our YouTube has gone and followed us in our mini journeys, and I'd like to say that it's not my fault that we bounced around, but it is my fault. I do a lot of different things, and I needed to make up my mind of what I was going to be when I grew up.
I was going to say.
And what provided for my family best. And I loved doing body work, but I didn't. I felt like crap at the end of the day in the shop, And yes, I wore masks. I've been smarter in my older age. hearing protection and eye protection and mask. It just, you come out of a body shop, you know you were in a body shop regardless. And it's for some people, and it's not for me. I'd love to do it as a hobby. I can't wait to have a shop up at the new place to putter, especially throughout the winter. But landscaping and being outside has always been my go-to. Whether I worked in a shop in my younger days, I do body work, you know, all through the winter in these big body shops, and then summer would hit and I'd be, you know, seeing the mow crews outside maintaining the property, and I'd get the itch and out I'd go. So this has always been my fallback. I've been able to make it, we have been able to make it a successful way to take care of our family. I mean, Samantha was able to leave corporate America and come back. Backstory is pool and property maintenance has been pool and property maintenance for 15 years.
Yeah.
But it's been the name over the last few. I've worked for other landscapers and did my body shop for about a year. And then when we moved, I didn't have the shop, so I was like, well, I'll do landscaping again because it doesn't require the shop. I already have the equipment. Let's do it. Well, and when I said let's do it, it just kind of took off, and we got a lot of good contracts, a lot of good customers. 2023 was great. So, I mean, it was almost like we just started the business, but we had the name and the equipment. Reinvented. So I can't call it our first year, but I would say for our first year, with the doors back open,
yeah,
it was very successful. Again, like I said, we had the name already, and we had most of the equipment. We bought, I can't say that. We started with a zero turn that was like one that we had, you know, we mowed our own lawn, this, that, and the other thing. And now, through the first year, we have 3 mowers that all have 100 or less hours on them. That's what we did this year. We have the 2 enclosed trailers, the equipment trailer, the tractor, all the implements, 3 trucks. All of that has grown this year. So when I sit back and discouraged about, you know, oh, I really wish I bought a brand new 1-tonner, I really wish this. I'm proud of us. We've done a lot this year. And I'm very excited because next year is going to be...
You mean this year? It's
this year, 2024. 2024, this year.
It's the new year, babe.
The contracts have been ones that I'm always the, like, jump in, like, all or nothing sort of crazy ideas, and Samantha's usually the more grounded one. Or
let's sleep overnight on this.
Yeah, and smarter about it. Like, I would go after, like, a big contract not knowing if we could find the employees or have the equipment or whatever, but I would still want to go after it because I feel that's the only way we'd get to that level. Kind of did that. we kind of went a little more on my side and landed I mean, if a company our size had just that contract, it would be a very successful, good-sized business. So with that and our previous contracts, our previous customers, the phone always ringing for more landscaping and work. I mean, we were doing landscaping work last week.
Yeah.
Last week we didn't have any snow, no frost. We were raking loam, you know, fixing driveways, doing stone, doing drainage. So that sort of stuff and carpentry is non-stop. So this year, it's gonna be insane.
Yeah, for sure.
And so back to before I just started rambling, we've bounced around, did the farm. We did the farm. It found out very quickly that it's easy enough to do as a hobby, but it's very expensive and competitive to make it any sort of business. So that's more or less a hobby thing. You'll still see some farm sort of things.
Farm to table for us, and any extras we just sell to help pay for the hobby, but it's something we do because we like to do. Definitely not a business.
That being said, I think I'm pretty much announcing that the driving force of this channel, because that's the driving force of our life, is going to be property maintenance and landscaping. And with that comes, you know, maintaining the equipment, working on the equipment, farm things, And once the shop is up, yeah, you'll see shop sort of things. You'll still see some body work. So it'll be a mix of things, but the driving force is going to be landscaping. So anybody that already is subscribed and wants to see a blend of all that, then here you go. Stick around.
And if you're new, hey, thanks for being here.
Or if this is the very first video of ours you've watched and you haven't gone back a year or so and seen all the bodywork stuff, then, well, you're watching a landscaping channel. And if you like it, I appreciate you subscribing and liking, and please, everybody, comment away.
And there's plenty of videos to dive back into.
Oh, yeah.
As we get this channel re-going. I mean, there's got to be over 100 videos of like body work and stuff.
Yeah. And so if you are new,
get to know us.
If you are new and want to dig back and watch that sort of stuff, keep in mind, like I said, as our shop goes up, which hopefully is this year, you'll still see us. I mean, we have plenty of our own projects to dig into. We have plenty of friends that are constantly still asking us to do body work or build things or paint things.
Yeah, we'll definitely sprinkle
So you'll still see it on the channel, so be patient if that's more or less what you want to see. But in the meantime, you can watch me plow our old house.
So our old house, I had said in one of our last videos before we left here that we heard a rumor that the owner was going to Airbnb the house, and that is 100% correct, right, Joseph?
Yes.
So if you're ever, and she doesn't do Airbnb, but Verbo, I think it's how you say, vrbo.com. You could stay at our old Highland View headquarters.
Highland View Hot Rods World Headquarters.
Right. But funny enough, she's not from the state, so it kind of full circled around, and we still get to maintain our house that was ours for 14 and a half years. So
we're almost as much as we used to be when we lived here.
Right. So it's actually kind of bittersweet. I love it. Joe, it's a little bit of a love-hate.
Yeah.
He likes being here, but then he misses.
And I see things like I just said, I miss having a shop. There's a lot of things that I've had to pay to do, or I've had to buck up and act like a teenager and do it outside on the ground. There's a lot of things that I just haven't done because I don't have a shop, and my old shop is sitting empty.
Yeah.
So that's a little saddening.
I mean, the shop is full of
Maybe
fun
you should
things.
Airbnb me the shop.
The shop. You're funny. But all right, this is our second cleanup of the day. I don't even know. I think we have a list of about, I'd have to count. I think it's just like 10 or 12
and that's
or something.
the other thing with kicking the business back going. I didn't even advertise for plowing. I didn't even agree to plowing the first few things that called until a month and a half or so ago, because I said I wasn't going to advertise. I didn't know if I was going to plow. I was going to wait and just see who called and how many people wanted it, and if enough people did, I would do it. Well, just look at us.
Just look.
So
look at us.
Again, without advertising, just having the name, people saying, "Oh, hey, Joe, are you plowing this year? Or, I see you have a couple of plow trucks. Would you be interested in doing my driveway again?" Or just a lot of stuff like that has got us right back into the game without an ounce of advertising. Our business cards that I've handed out here and there over the summer don't even say anything about plowing or snow removal.
No. Babe, I could shovel, but then, you know, I wouldn't be able to record.
Yeah, no. You do your thing. I'll save you shoveling for a heavier storm.
Oh, okay. We gotta keep it open.
Actually, it's just this place and there's a house with an elderly couple. Those are the only two places I have to shovel.
Yeah.
Well, this walkway didn't freeze.
Look at them nice clean edges. On to the next one?
Yep.
Onward. Well, as you were saying, the phone calls just come in. So as you were plowing,
I got a message to see if I'd go plow another place.
so off we go to the yard. So how long did you think? You said a 5-6 hour route?
Yep. Well, it was 4 hours for me to blow them open, and it was the first time I had done a lot of them. So I'm assuming taking my time, cleaning up nice. Yeah, probably 5 or 6 hours.
And are you just so excited to be back to plowing?
Mm-hmm. Keeps me out of the bar room.
Out of the bar room. Speaking of bar, can I show our viewers what one of your customers do for you when you work at their place?
I mean, as long as you make sure they know none of them are open.
Okay.
That make me look like quite the plow guy. Although in this town.
All right, let's see here. Hold on. We may or may not have a friend/customer who is a brewmaster. So not always, and this is just benefits Joe because I am not a beer drinker. But sometimes when we show up to mow or to plow, he'll say, hey, there's something a little extra for Joe. So this week's haul is a hard cider.
I need my mirror, babe.
Oh, sorry.
The camera's
Videoing the beer is way more important than your mirror. Okay, what else do we have? Black IPA. And finally, is this the Rags to Riches? Or is that the other one? I don't know how you tell. But that's our haul. 3 4-packs. I won't say names, but this particular brewmaster may be one of our faves. One of Joe's faves. But yeah, there's perks. We love our customers. We've always loved our customers, and that hasn't changed in 15 years. So we are very fortunate to have the customers that we do.
Attract good ones.
We do seem to attract good customers.
And I don't think we're overly cheap. I think we're usually
moderate.
fair numbers, and people are usually impressed with the work. I imagine more often than not I hear that it was beyond their expectations of a job or something that they thought we were going to do for the price we gave them. So beyond expectations is a good place to be.
Yes, I would agree. Doing just a little cleanup. We were here last night, but we gotta just do this little parking spot over here.
And he had some snow come off his roof.
Yep.
Grab that for him.
You're such a nice guy. Look at you. You know, Joe, one of the things that I kind of noticed while I'm writing down all the driveways you're plowing is a lot of these customers are our mow customers who stick with us all year, and I feel like that has something to say for yourself and your business. Or they have us do carpentry or house projects or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of people like having like that one phone number. The one phone number that can build them a deck, plow their driveway, install a new lawn, mow the lawn, more or less anything to do with their property, hence property maintenance, not just landscaping or whatever. Yeah, they like the one-stop shop sort of deal. I said for years that in New England, the only thing that we're not offering that we could would be like firewood. You know, that'd be something that, hey, I need a load of wood. You all set to plow this year? You're going to do my fall cleanup? The mowing looked great, sort of deal.
Right.
But
well, we won't add that to the list anytime soon. We wear enough hats as it is.
And there's plenty of people doing firewood around here.
Oh, yeah.
But flip side of that is this year,
but
we were all set, but I saw a lot of people
looking for where to go because they didn't have access to wood.
The bigger people have their normal customers and they have a set amount, and a lot of people were running out of wood this year. So
yeah, so plan ahead if you're in New England,
or at least right around here.
Right, you never know.
All right, here's the next one. See if she moved her car.
So you already did this driveway, but you just had to clean up this side to widen it out.
Yeah,
oh.
and
they were gonna move their vehicle
on the car to be moved,
but that has not happened.
It makes that side very difficult to do with the car there, because I have to try to back drag everything, and back dragging 10 inches or a foot of snow is not always the most pleasant.
So it's 10 inches, but when you have to back drag, it goes up to a foot.
No, I was calling it 10 inches. I was just talking with some people from town that were plowing and working in town, and like one of the place we just plowed that landing, that guy measured 11 inches. So here, if he measured 11 inches, but that's what I said. I said some places might have got a foot, some places might have got 8 inches. So I just called it 10 inches as an average. But
yeah,
here in Andover, it seems like they got closer to a foot, I guess.
East Andover.
Yep.
If that makes a difference. All right, so here we are, back dragging your favorite thing in the world. Another driveway done.
Done.
Cheers.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. You know, cash is king, as they say, but
sometimes you trade for firewood.
A lot, we used to do a lot. I feel like you have to know your limit because you need cash to operate your business and pay your bills and whatnot.
But it's something I like or I want, that has to be a deeper discussion and thought of a barter. But if it's something you could use or need, then it's a no-brainer if you're getting a higher value in a trade or a barter.
So one of the driveways, not necessarily just plowing, but there's been a few other little things that they've needed help here or there with. And a lot of times Joe will trade, instead of an hourly rate or, getting paid, whatever, he'll trade a dump truck load of wood.
Speaking of firewood being sparse.
I know, that's kind of what I was thinking. Kind of adapt, and it's nice to have all those local connections that you can help someone with either the tools or knowledge you have, and then they help you by whatever they may have that you could use. Instead of us spending our time splitting and cutting firewood, we just help somebody and then we get that in return. So, yeah, I think we do pretty well. Yeah. I think in the beginning of our marriage, Joe wanted to barter everything.
And like I said, that was stuff I wanted.
So, it did take some hey, does this make sense? Hey, this is a toy. Maybe we should think about this. But yeah, bartering is a great option. Even though I hate snow, it is quite pretty today, I will say. We have a couple more to do. Go home, play with the dogs.
Eat.
Oh my God, that sounds so good right now. I'm so hungry. And then Bentley has a basketball game tonight. Right?
Yep.
Pulling up to the next one. It's a rental house and a farm. So I'll give you some footage and we'll go from there. And it's a bumpy one. On to the next one.
On to the next one. Off we go.
Let's take a look at your
Handy dandy work.
Your handy dandy work.
I think there's more. The end of these two driveways are so big, it's like plowing a mini parking lot down here.
Right. Nice job, Joseph. All right. On to a new town.
Nope. Salisbury first. We have one more in Salisbury.
I believe that's Bosquen.
It is?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it is. Never mind. I called it Salisbury because from
You
the very
thought.
beginning I was told it was near the barn store. Which,
Yes.
I mean, it is, but it's like...
Within miles.
It's as close to the barn store as we are. Almost.
Right.
So, yeah, you're right. That's Bosquen. So, 3 in Bosquen.
So, on to a new town. People driving on the opposite side of the road to avoid the slush.
Well, they almost hit that car.
Right.
So, not very smart.
If you're in New Hampshire, 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. Stay on your lane.
Yeah.
Stay in
We're
your
on
lane.
A windy,
Hilly back road.
And they're driving down the other side of the road because it's more clear. But I'm over here driving in 2-wheel drive in the slush and could be going faster than them.
I feel like we could make a series of, I mean, I don't want to say the incorrect word here, but not intelligent drivers in the winter. I think that would be fun.
Oh, they may be super smart. They just don't know how to drive.
Right, not intelligent drivers.
Right.
In the winter months. I bet we could get a lot of really good clips.
Probably have a whole YouTube channel of that in itself.
I mean, it's just not smart to take corners when you're on the opposite side of the road.
On a hill on the inside of a corner.
I mean, you do you, but maybe we should...
And this isn't even, I haven't seen them doing anything as bad as it was back there.
Right,
now.
before I recorded. Oh boy, oy vey.
All because they don't want to drive in this slush.
Some people, I tell ya. All right, we're on to our last plow count.
Second to last.
Yes, my bad. Second to last. Oh, that would have been good. Second to last. Sorry for the bumpy video. It's a little bumpy in here. Just doing a path for the propane tank. This is the little like clubhouse for this private community. They don't use it very often in the winter, I don't believe, but they just keep this little parking area cleaned up. So they have access to it, and if they need the parking, they have it. They said nothing fancy, doesn't have to be too wide, but Joe pushes it all.
2 swipes in.
Yeah, but it helps us if we get dumped on with a lot of snow to push it all back.
Too much than them have a need for more parking, and then
it's all frozen or
to try to open it up. I'm not going to bring the tractor or the loader over.
Yeah.
Because I did just see, again, I guess anybody local watching this, I guess I haven't seen inside and I haven't seen pictures, but I just saw they posted that that's all newly renovated and
and for rental. Yeah, so if you're in the Webster area and need a function hall, I think it was decent money too. I think if you were a member in this community, it was like $75. And if you were a non-member, I think it was only like $150 or $175.
Oh, maybe I did see the prices.
I'm not sure like how long that is for. But I don't feel like there's too many places that you can have like a little function hall area. So that's a great tidbit, babe.
Yeah.
If you're local, got a little birthday party. And
I did read that alcohol is permitted. You just have to have a separate insurance rider.
Yep.
So yeah, you could have like a
alcohol allowed
birthday party. Alcohol like a what do you call it for a wedding? Like a shower or something.
Like a bridal shower.
Cold.
That is cold. But so here we only have a few spots. They're like pump house sites and stuff that we do. We don't do all the roads. I think the roads are town
the
roads.
By the town.
Even though it's a private village, private community. I'm not really sure how that works. I think it used to be HOA and it's not now, so. Little bit of water on both ends or both sides. It's very pretty out here. I don't think the video will do it justice.
Especially through my dirty windshield.
I know, it is quite dirty.
I think it was dirty before the snowstorm, and then
the salt and stuff just in it.
Salt
and snow.
And there's a bunch of wall-in nose prints. He likes to stand on the dashboard sometimes and look out. Although not anymore. When he was smaller, he did.
But now he's settling in.
Yeah, then he decided he was going to ride on the console, and then now I think he's figuring out he has to sit on a seat where he has a dog bed back there.
No more console riding.
More pass down.
We're on our last one.
Last one.
That last one. Best feeling in the world. I feel like when you start plowing, it's like, all right, let's go. And then when you get about halfway, you're like, yeah, I'm ready for this to be done.
This really, I don't know why. I'll probably change my mind in like a few storms. But this route is really
It's a good route.
Stress, yeah. I think this is going to be a good route to be able to like pass on to somebody when we're doing our big work next year. Like I know that
While we're at the condominium, someone can pick this route up for us.
Right.
All right.
Or split it with me.
Right. Last driveway. I would say I would take over, but we all know I'm better at doing the invoicing than driving the plow truck. I can drive a trailer.
You could shovel, but you're wearing slippers.
Yeah, I came unprepared.
I think you came prepared
No,
to not shovel.
I did not. I even asked. I had boots on first this morning. What was that look?
Because you looked like a 3-year-old that their dad let them get dressed
For the first
you
time
had
ever.
Those pants with cowboy boots.
Leggings and cowboy boots. And I changed to my slippers instead. Well, I would have looked like a 3-year-old, but I could have shoveled for you. Oh boy. Little circle driveway. Easy peasy.
Yep. A little bit of shoveling here.
Yeah, this is the second and only house, only one of 2 houses that we shovel.
I told one lady this morning, she wants to do her own shoveling and she's capable to a point. She said, you know, just get close to the garage doors. She can usually shovel. I said, well, how about this? If it's light and fluffy and easy, I'll let you shovel it. If it looks like a pain, I'll hop out of the truck for 2 minutes.
Aw, that was nice of you.
Appreciated that. I mean, again, I used to not want to complicate my route with shoveling stuff or shoveling in front of doors, but with a low stress, easy, I have the time to hop out of the truck, stretch, get a little fresh air.
Well, and part of it is just not even the business, just you being a good person. Like that lady, for instance, is, you know, little over middle-aged, alone. So it's just you being a good guy. Not me, clearly, because I don't have my boots. But you are fantastic.
Yeah, but you're a good person by association.
Well, thank God for you, Joseph David.
I get our brownie points.
Yes, you do. Today,
I get them for the team.
Yeah. Way to go, babe.